Hello, everyone. Happy 2026. I hope that you spent it paying attention, being very as present as you could manage anyway, taking note of what energy or action or whatever was around you at the time that you transitioned into 2026. I like to think that whatever happens during that transition will be very significant. Like, for example, 2025, if I'm not mistaken, I slept into the new year and missed the countdown. And the year itself ended up being very much the action of sleeping, dreaming, working through the subconscious, all of the 12th house stuff. And sleep. The action of sleep and rest became extremely important to me in a very new way. I really revere rest. And I hope that that's the case for you as well as we move into 2026, because I'm feeling still into the fast-pacedness, the chaos, shooting left and right, like the way that an atom is when it's like free and not connected or bound down to anything. It's just an atom, just like chaotically moving around space. That feels like, to me, what the energy of this year will be. Before continuing on, I would like to firstly disclaim that what I'm offering in this channeling is very intuitive and therefore very much from my lens, very subjective. Please only watch if you resonate with what I'm saying, if you resonate with my vibe. If not, please stop watching. And please let that be the case in your life for all of the content that you take in on the internet. I would also like to recommend first and foremost that you check in and lock in with yourself and your ability to sense with what you think this year will bring for you. No one can give a more accurate channeling for that kind of stuff but you. And along with the dynamicism, along with everybody in the spiritual industry's intention to uplift and help, be there for each other. Realistically speaking, and I think this is something that's going to take on new shape in 2026, you are the only person who can be there for you. You are the one who is going to save you. You, all of that stuff, you are your greatest healer. You are essentially your own God. You are da-da-da, you. It's going to be really about you, the individual. As I have been inspired to repeat in my videos by Pam Gregory, sovereignty is a very big theme, the self. So with that being said, look after yourself in every way you can, and that includes being exclusive about the content you take in, about specifically about the information that you take in. I'm feeling into how reality is going to start actually being very illusory in a way, especially with the advances. The advances we're already making, right, in AI. It's going to make I don't know how to explain why this is, but I feel like the presence of AI and the way that it is a technology that is able to so accurately mimic consciousness, and the visual presentation of it, even of like living, something about technology it's like it's blending into our I don't even know how to describe this. It's like it's blending in with us, with reality. Like it used to be a thing that you could keep in a separate room, the computer room. Now it's literally blending in with us. But this, I think, will have has very energetic, very, very extremely dangerous, honestly, it's very big consequences about, and more specifically to do with how we perceive life. And then essentially, obviously, how we perceive ourselves and our own consciousness. It's like it's blending into our consciousness. It's really unsettling to me, but I know to some people they're very comfortable, and it's like this is the next step in human evolution. But anyway, just be aware of that and be aware of how technology can affect your mental health and interacting with social media. I know we know it's true, but it's going to start being extremely true moving into the future. I think a lot more cases of psychosis is going to happen because of because of the growing sentience of technology. I don't know if that made sense even. But please, if you get me, you get me. And then I wanted to also say that I will go about linking some channelings, 2026 channelings from other readers and energy workers whose work I personally trust. I can swear by them for their integrity and their dedication to being real. A lot of people, so there's a lot of positivity coming in 2026, obviously, but without fear-mongering or bringing any kind of doom and gloom in the room, I think we do have to address the elephant, be aware of it, that the spectrum is expanding. So with more wonderful, incredible light will come very potent darkness, both of which, the whole spectrum of which we are very naturally equipped to face and integrate and process. There will never ever be pain that you experience that will be too big for you to handle. It may feel big in the moment, but you must, we have to really take that part of our minds back in how we process discomfort and pain. There's lots of opportunity to do that transmutation, alchemizing energy into this year. Please take that opportunity seriously. Take mind programming seriously, and your ability to change your behavior, change your mind, change your thinking, implement new habits, become an entirely different person. There will be so much changing form, so much changing your mind, and that's okay. This is the year to, I realize I've just trailed off, but I just want to finish the sentence. This is the year to take control of your identity, sovereignty, take control of your mind, of yourself. The whole thing of how you can't change other people's behaviors, you can barely predict the future, you can do nothing about the past. All you have is this moment and how you perceive it. It is so literal, so serious. Please don't forget that. Speaking to myself too. Please, we must not forget that. So yes, I will go about linking those videos. Please look into doing that. But again, I emphasize before all else, please always prioritize yourself, how you feel, what your perceptions are. Trust yourself. Learn how to trust yourself. And again, because of all the major Aries transits, I say again because I'm pretty sure I've been repeating this, throughout the year, that Aries, the energy of Aries, we are going to have a lot to learn from them. They're going to be the main characters for specifically how we integrate this new earth energy, the higher consciousness, whatever. I believe Aries placements, the Aries archetype is very good with the integration because of how naturally they tend to live in the moment, because that's all it takes to integrate stuff. Something that I've also been trying to integrate into my own system is how you only need, apparently, I have to confirm this, you only need 9 seconds to process emotional distress, trauma, or anything really. Let me just search it right now. Oh, it's 90 seconds. Is it? Oh, yes, 90 seconds. Well, that's what I'm seeing here. I will obviously do more research and confirm in the description of the video, but apparently it only takes a matter of seconds for you to integrate, feel, cry, feel everything, burst, explode, and then let it go. You only need 90 seconds for that process. So Scorpios, Pisces, water sign, base placements. Hello, my family. We need to figure out, especially this year, how to shed that transformation that we usually go through in our lives, that if we look at the span of our lives has probably happened every few years or in cycles or whatever. We always go through some period where our world is rocked in some way, either good or bad, but we are rocked and we take time after to integrate. We need now to stay focused on the work, keep going, keep everything with your spiritual work, our rituals, everything, keep going until eventually we master squeezing that time we need to integrate after the impact into a smaller and smaller window, so that effectively we manifest faster. Because specifically speaking to us, I think our problem is with manifesting is we take really long to emotionally process things. We're very emotionally dense. And just like Aries, the Aries archetype, the way they can be very light and the way they can burst and then move on. And more specifically, their relationship with empowerment. Aries placements are very good at don't feel sorry for yourself. And I'm not a victim. There's a solution to this. I just need to find it. Yes, baby.
I'm hungry. Please make me some food.
Okay. Yeah, Aries archetype. Generally as well, because of the dynamism, I've been saying dynamicism a lot in videos, and I realized much too late, honestly, that I could be saying that word wrong. Dynamicism, dynamic, the movement that's coming out of this year is, I think, going to create it's going to create so much changes and so many shifts and moving parts, and the experience that we had this year where we felt like a different person every week, it's going to be turned up full volume, I believe, in this year. So if you're energetically sensitive and you don't have your rituals down yet, you need to get serious about that. Otherwise, you're going to be flipped around the spiritual room and hitting the walls, and you don't need to do that. We have to really take care of our energy bodies. And that's something that I wanted to extend on earlier. We have to take care of our physical bodies. It is so important. Please don't find yourself slipping. Don't let it be that you find yourself in some ailment or predicament or whatever just because you didn't just stay ahead of your health. I feel it is an emergency. Again, not to fearmonger, but this feels like a lot. This feels very, very important. Looking after your health and knowing where your personal boundaries are. If you're the type of person, or if you know anyone in your community, please look out for them, who overextends in the name of righteousness, in the name of being a good person, in the name of, that's just the kind of person I am, if you're someone who takes pride in knowing how to be self-sacrificial and even in knowing how to compromise, please check your boundaries. I will have to revisit the idea, but I made a video about this, about how God doesn't care for good or kind or whatever. God doesn't treat anyone more than the other because they put in more hours at work. The universe will not give you more, like you are not guaranteed more blessings or more abundance just because you do things without people having to ask. I'm trying to tune into the empath. I believe that frequency of a person, of a mind, is in danger because those are the honeys and the sweetie pies that really go above and beyond, and they think it's yes, but it's actually no, and it's very dangerous for their energy body, and it causes an incredible amount of leakage that makes you super tired and is very liable to make you sick. Sickness, ailments, diseases feels like a huge thing moving into the future. And all I can really say to that is you'll be so fucking surprised at what looking after your body does, drinking enough water, exercising, making sure you are eating, you are getting your allotted amount of nutrients. It is incredibly easy. It is so easy, and it's mostly free. It's so cheap, It's affordable for everybody. I'm getting into a lot of magical transformations happening in people's lives once they do enough to take agency over what they can about themselves. Your mind, your physical body, your emotional body. Do everything you can to look after yourself. If you've been the person who's wanting to go to therapy, if you've been wanting to consult, if you've been wanting to do any kind of tending to the self, this is the year to take it so seriously. You will be so changed. Your future self will be right next to you throughout your process and will be thanking you throughout. Your daily habits are so important this year. Your incremental processes, the little things that you do, like I've started picking up every day womb massages and drinking lemon water. I skip one day without doing either of those things, I can feel the difference. I can feel it. So it's going to be more like, it's going to be difficult because you're going to have to activate a kind of consistency that will not give you quick feedback. And this reality is built for the quick feedback. You have to be patient. It's funny that this quick energy is coming for this year, and that in contrast, we'll have to learn how to be still or slow or just very intentional in order to channel the energy, take it, put it in our bodies, and use it to create. We have to be grounded, rather. We have to be grounded as we translate the energy, Imagine many, many light pockets, and they just exist as light around us all. And we can take them, pretty much swallow them, put them inside our body, let it charge us up, and then we use it to do things and create and make and, unfold our lives the way we wanted to. That's what's happening. The light pockets around us in 2026 have gone woo, and they're very, because of that, they're pushing, they're pushing everywhere. There's no more space. It has to go boom, I hope that visual made sense, because that is actually essentially the whole thing of what I have to say about what 2026 will be. And the people who do not handle the explosions well, who don't know how to, like a qigong movement, Tai Chi qigong, by the way. Yes. A very simple, effective way of taking care of yourself. Get into it. But anyway, people who aren't going, who I believe are going to struggle with that transmutation, alchemization, whatever, are people who will not be grounded, who will be distracted. Doing that, translating that energy, being able to take it in and put it in your body, it takes focus. But because we're all we're all being influenced to be distracted by things, man, by things. You'll be able to feel what's a distraction, and you'll be able to feel when you're in flow state. You can feel it. It's very personal, the distractions that are available for people. And I implore you to be aware of what you use to distract yourself, to escape. Escapism, yes, is going to be a huge theme as well. People who won't be able to do this are going to be distracted in escapism and addictions. Oh my God, that's going to be on next level because of the, I think, cross between consciousness. Our awareness is doing a bull thing, very, very sensitive stuff. So I think, a lot of people are liable to fall into addictions. And something I mentioned in previous intuitive channeling is that there may be a lot of, as well, like toxicity, energetic toxicity in the air with people projecting, lots of karmic loops playing out. Addiction, to me, in my opinion, is karmic. And that speaks to the dark and the potent shadow that I said is going to rear its head, along with the light that we all need to be. We need to be aware of the whole thing. Be very wary of channelers, readers, and people who are only able to deliver the light and the good and whatever. I highly recommend, if you're looking for anybody for inspiration or to connect or whatever, look towards those who are able to hold both in their hands. There's a line that I recently had posted talking about how the work of maturity, I hope I quote this correctly, the work of maturity is in holding grief in one hand and gratitude in the other. Look for people who can do that. There's also going to be a lot of like zoop between people. Like it's like the attraction is going to be, you're gonna be able to really feel when someone is for you, when someone gets you. You know what I mean? The energy between two people, between groups of people, is going to vibrate so much, very excitingly. Because also, bearing in mind, there is work to do. Our purpose is going to be so locked in on an individual and collective levels. In each of us, we all have very specific assignments. Those assignments, our soul contracts, gonna expand into our awareness as well with the light,
I have a friend.
Try to stretch, Baba. Try to stretch. I've forgotten the idea I was speaking on before. Projections, toxicity, karmic loops. The best, I think, if by chance you find yourself in a karmic loop or a kind of toxic energy playing out, because also we all have that like inner narcissist within us. We are all capable of doing harm. We are all capable of being assholes. We're all capable of evil. The sooner you can accept that of yourself, the better. Have compassion for all of those parts. And please don't think that you are above enacting harmful actions. Yeah, please don't think that you're above. As I mentioned, there are going to be a lot of toxic loops playing out. Please don't think that you are above being part of those loops. Life is going to happen on a very life level. A lot of people who may have had a little understanding for how other people's lives go, for how the other side lives in whatever way, shape, or form. There's going to be a lot of truth revealed about how the grass truly isn't greener on the other side. Your grass is your grass. Everybody came with their own patch of grass. And in line with the message of sovereignty, you are responsible for taking care of your grass. You were given everything you need. It's like it's really kind of like you're playing Minecraft on creative mode. You have it all. You just have to like do the work to make a story for yourself. Because life is like Minecraft. I'm going to do the reading now, where I'm going to pull cards to see what could be in store for 2026. Oh, and yeah, there's another idea that I didn't expand on. Because there's going to be so many stories, this is going to be an unpacking throughout time. So yeah, no real way that I could even touch on the things that I'm sensing of 2026 in 25 minutes. But in the meantime, I'm very, very grateful for everybody who has watched this far. If I resonate with you, then thank you so much. Thank you. Energetically, it is very necessary for me to resonance as a theme is very important to me. I feel called to mention if you've been considering, again, I've been saying this throughout the year, please, again, oh my God, this is like one of those, I don't even know how to describe the feeling. Just, you could not imagine, and this is because it's also a personal fear of mine, the amount of regret that you could hold, that you would feel if you, all because you weren't brave enough to make a scary decision. Like, that is the most, to me, annoying feeling ever. Just do the scary thing. Make the risky decision. Any scary thing, baby. Make the risky decision. Start the business, start the channel. Start the TikTok account. Just do it. There is so much potential that all you have to do is just pour your intention into the thing that you do. That's literally all you have to do. You don't even have to blood, sweat, and tears. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you have to work hard, but it's not going to feel like hard work if you're aligned to it and if you know you're supposed to do it, if it excites you, if you are passionate about it. You will feel the charge. You will not run out of energy. You also will not feel, you're not going to give in to the doubt. You're going to get better at climbing the doubt. Obviously, you're going to feel fear and doubt in making risky decisions, in, oh my God, did I do the right thing? But the life force that you will get from pursuing your truth and being so serious about it is going to trump everything all the time. The life force that will always win. The mission that you are deciding to embark on, you will succeed. Like, you will. Please don't think you won't and then not make the decision. Oh, I'm seeing so many people, like 6 years from now. It's not even going to take that long. That's the thing as well. Oh my gosh. It's going to take so many people 5 to 6 years from now, filled with bitterness, filled with it, because they didn't make the decision they could have now, right now. I'm saying right now, this very second, to pursue their passions and to live a happier life. Again, with the sovereignty, you have to choose. You have to take your happy life. You have to say, this is mine. I'm going to be happy. For me, the frequency is I cannot be as miserable as I was. It's not productive. It's not sustainable. It's exhausting. And I just know that there is a happier way to live and be. There is a happier perception. I know that there's so much possibility. So, like, being hopeless, filled with shame, victimhood, giving in to all of that stuff, it doesn't make any sense anymore. But if you choose to, that's on you. And you cannot expect anyone to save you from that. It's only you who can fix your mind and your perceptions and your intentions to decide to want a better life, to believe in hope, believe in the divine, God, something, believe in love, believe that things will get better. Hope Max, you have to. You have to do it yourself, you know? The self is so important. Work on the self and connection with the self is so, 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 so important. And it's so easy and simple. And I hate feeling into the amount of people that are going to be bitter, blaming other people, saying stuff like, specifically the frequency of, oh, well, you're just lucky that you get to choose that. Some of us are bound to whatever. Some of us can't make whatever. Some of us just, oh my God. It's terrible. Please, 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 guys. No one's a victim. You can do anything, okay? You just have to lock in. You are always supported. You have a God or a connection with the idea of, you have a connection with love as a force that very naturally is connected to you too. Just as a force, as an energy, that is what can support you through stuff. Believe it, see it, like live it, do the thing. It's also very personal. You have to build a personal relationship with the idea of love, the idea of divine. You have to surrender to something. Now is the time. I'm again shouting out atheists. I don't know how you guys are doing it. Agnostics as well. I don't know how you can be on the fence about something bigger than you, especially right now. We are on the edge on purpose so that we can dive into divine faith, you know, dive into being delusional, all of that stuff. Sorry, everyone, I've been seeing the comments, but I'm easily distracted and I just wanted to yap everything out. Hey, Fits Intuition. Yes, I agree. The new year isn't... So, okay, I also feel called to actually... Yeah, I should have mentioned this as well. So... I wanted to mention the dullness of a lot of like collective social rituals, things like Christmas, New Year's, all of it. It used to have life back then. It definitely did feel a little bit, even Halloween, you know, everything, it all felt a little bit toned down. That is definitely, for me, I believe, saying definitely, it is part of the collective awakening process. Because we are all taking back our awareness and our attention, we're all being more inquisitive, we're all inquiring, being curious. It's like these social rituals, Christmas, whatever, they had their life. They were pulling our awareness and our attention, our energy. Now we're taking our awareness back. It's like it's losing life. I am very much a move with the nature person. So thank you for that comment, Fits Intuition. Our new year, your new year is specific to when nature does this for you, whichever part of the world you're in. I believe that's what New Year's are. So we move with nature. But like I said, these things still have their life. So I like to acknowledge how everything has its own energetic life to it. We're not living in an incubator where once I individually decide that the 1st of January isn't New Year's, then it's not New Year's. Yes, it is true for you as an individual, but you are part of a collective experience. And the greater collective is still plugged into witnessing the 1st of the 1st of January as a new year. We are still creating the matrix of that. You know, it's not just going to disappear. And I like to give reference to all of the worlds that exist. But it's up to you. I know what I'm doing personally. Sorry, Fits Intuition, I'm reading all of your comments now, trying to understand. Pertaining deceit. I don't think I actually know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that has to do with I'm thinking now it probably has to do with the reading that I did. Yeah, that speaks to this. But that was a collective, a separate energy. So I'm just going to actually continue reading for 2026. I wanted to pull cards on the question of what will be addressed, see what stories come up. The last reading that I did, 2025, was extremely collective. And after watching it back, I realized I was largely channeling for the American. I was largely considering, rather, the American collective, but also because they're they're a very powerful. They're a very powerful country. They have truly had a very strong influence over the world. So I think it made sense for me to read that way. But now I'd like to tap more into specifically the collective I read for. It's still going to be general, but I'm hoping that I single in now into the people who actually watch my stuff versus tapping into a big collective. These cards are always so interesting when they fall out because it's never what I expect, ever. Okay. I would like to pull out 3 cards. That is so fascinating. Okay. I said 3, 4 insisted on falling out. So, oh my word. Sorry. The opening card we have is the 8 of Rods in reverse. I'm going to get right into breaking down each and every card. We have frenetic activity with no space to draw breath or reflect. Stress, time pressure, too many deadlines, frustrated creativity, self-destructive urges. Okay, this is exactly it, yes. This is the result of what I was talking about. How just so much like frenetic activity, perfect phrase. Exactly that, yes. This will be the year of lots of yeah. Oh yes, if you're an introvert, you have to work on that, honey. You cannot. If you claim social anxiety, have to work on it. If you are like contact averse, people averse, you don't really like it, you have to work on it. Have to work on it. And that's all. I'll leave it at that. Let's see what the other cards have to say. We have the strength in reverse. I'm going to find it and then pick it up. Suppression of your unconscious drives and passions leading to tension, fear, pessimism, binding all natural drives and desires in the iron grip of the ego, resulting in rigidity and brittleness. Alternatively, it can indicate a surrender to the unchecked passions of the instincts. I think that last sentence is what's most important for the collective in general. A surrender to the unchecked passions of the instincts. The inner energies and inner impulses are going to be a lot. Another reason why you need to look after yourself across all boards, emotional, physical, spiritual, everything. If by chance you are living a misaligned life, you are definitely getting signals. If in 2026 you ignore those signals, you are going to get sick. Chaos is going to ensue. Your life is going to grrr, and you'll feel it. I am speaking from being Plutonian, so I know my life just works that way. I am a very stubborn person. I'm very stubborn to change, and so I tended to live a life where I ignored those impulses and signals, and every single time my life would shake. And for the last phase of my life that I'm still healing from, it shaked in the same way, shake through death. I couldn't believe it, and I had to gather, what's going on? Speak to God, light a candle, and be like, what are you doing? What is this? Lots of that is going to be happening this year. Do not ignore your impulses. I'm feeling specifically into people who insist on following a specific career path. You are very likely going to experience more chaos in your career, more conflict at work. Be aware of that. Every time you wake up for work, your heart feels, you wake up and you feel, that is your inner impulse telling you, stop doing this. Doesn't matter what the future will look like. Stop doing this now. If you don't listen, I'm also feeling into a lot of people not listening to their own inner impulses and then projecting and causing chaos. Protection spells, pray protection over yourselves, over your lives, your family, over your story. This is not a year to play games energetically. And this is not a year to not be listening to your intuition. Thankfully, we have received as well the sun, which I will also read interpretation for. Thank goodness that it receives on top, like outside at first. I remember, if I'm remembering correctly, in the 2025 reading it appeared, but it appeared beneath the deck. It didn't appear as part of the shuffle. This card speaks of illumination, transformation, renewal, psychic growth, letting the warmth into our lives in the form of love, achievement, success, abundance, clear vision, removal of old blocks, joyful liberation, the emergence of truth, a holiday in the sun. I love that sentence is there, a holiday in the sun. It's so simple and straightforward. And then we received the 6 of Cups, which speaks of cherished memories, childhood ideals, returning in the present, coming to a crossroads, accepting that some ideal aspect of life is over, letting go of all emotional problems and difficulties in the past and turning towards the future, gratitude for the present, purity of vision. These 2 cards together, beautiful. Letting go of all the emotional problems and difficulties in the past and turning towards the future. Gratitude for the present, purity of vision. Very important. If ever you find yourself in a low, because again, like I'm saying, and like I really want to emphasize here, please, I don't want to be Debbie Downer, but take people talking only about the light and positivity of 2026 with a grain of salt. It will be very wonderful, beautiful, dynamic, but it is also going to be at the cost of you needing to learn, everybody needing to learn how to live more of an energetic life and how to live more in flow, That is very painful because you're ripping yourself from a system that discourages flow and discourages surrender and present moment living. All of the stuff we have to fight. You have to fight. You do. But the fight is naturally built within you. This card in reverse, to me, is implying that you might not know that. Or there will be people, absolutely, who will not know that. They won't understand that your fight is yours. And you can do it. You have everything you need. You just need to... You just need to be brave enough to be present, man. It's scary, but be in the moment. Try, do everything you can. Just do it. I believe that tonight is the birth of Jesus. Beneath you have the Page of Discs. So I'm again feeling into a very specific instruction. If you have been considering changing careers, do it. You will be fine. If you've been considering resigning from your job, do it. You will be fine. If you have been considering any kind of change in the way that you earn money or the way that you work with money, look at it practically and do it. Take the move, make the motions. You will be fine. Learn how to rely on people. The lessons of entrepreneurship is very, very different. It becomes a totally different ball game, and you are literally reprogramming your being when you choose to live life under entrepreneurship terms versus the security of a 9-to-5. I feel like I'm reading for somebody who is in a 9-to-5 and is terrified of letting go of it because of what a risky decision it may be, and specifically because of the idea of needing to have a safety net. There is no safety net. Life is your safety net. Life is your safety net. We have to stop. We have to. It's just too tight. Everything about the limitations we have over our lives and what we can achieve is just too tight, and it's becoming a blockage for us now. Your personal limitations, your doubts, your personal fears, it's becoming a literal blockage. While I was shuffling, I saw the Hermit and the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords specifically speaks of like a self victimization or it specifically speaks of unknown fears, but I believe with the presence of that, it more speaks of just you needing to, quite frankly, a lot of us have very personal issues with our lives and our sense of freedom, and we need to figure it out. It's going to be figured out. Gratitude, possibly lying in the sun for lying in the sun is part of your ritual. I saw somewhere on the internet that a few minutes of sun before 11 a.m., specifically before 11 a.m., and more specifically in your face, like let it touch your face, is very helpful. It's part of the thing that I was talking about how dealing with your health is free, man. Like, to each their own. I have to emphasize this, to each their own. I know big pharma, medication, therapy, all of that, it works for some people. It did not work for me. This stuff is the only stuff that worked for me. The sun is a very random and very powerful influence over our mental health. Please don't take it for granted. Also, please be aware of the dips in mental health. The whole thing of how it doesn't get easier, you get stronger. It's true. You get stronger. It doesn't just get easier. I'm getting that a lot of people are going to be very upset about the fact that it doesn't get easier. I think a lot of people are expecting some kind of salvation from their shame and from the misery of their lives. Like, some people are not happy and they're expecting other people to pull them out of their unhappy states. And love to my girlies, but this goes as far as girlies like living certain ways, working their jobs, working their miserable jobs, and going, it's fine, I'm just going to wait for a rich man. I just need to marry a rich man. No, you don't, babe. No, you don't. And don't now merge your entire destiny and your ability to enjoy life with someone else. So your whole joy of life, everything, all of what this represents to you is dependent on that one thing, on that one person, or on that one career path, or on that one tax bracket that you're just telling yourself, I just need to earn this amount of money and then I'll be able to relax. Yeah, people like that are also, this is going to be a lot of your dream achievements, 100%. I've read on this energy before as well. But these dreams coming in and people going, but I'm still not okay inside. We've seen movies, we've heard stories, we've seen series, we've seen these stories all over the place about people placing their happiness on something fickle. And they get it and they feel deeply unsatisfied. And there's even a further layer of like that makes everything worse, that you expected this thing to make you feel good, but it doesn't even make you feel, it doesn't make you feel as good as you thought it would make you feel, and that makes you feel worse. Human beings, ego, oh my goodness, we're going to learn so much about our egos as well. It's going to be quite something. Please look out for the readings that I post in the description. I must admit that at this point, I haven't intensely engaged with what I will post. I engage with the people themselves, so I trust very much that what they offer will be legit. But I have to say that what I offered in this reading and channeling is extremely subjective. Very brave, because now you can watch all of that shit and then call me out and say, oh, but everything you said in this video, that doesn't seem true, da da da. And that's also actually, by the way, what I need. The core of what I do is very interactive. Hey, Pearl. Yeah, thank you for your comments, everyone. The base of this is very interactive. I really appreciate anyone coming to me with what they're thinking, feeling, and understanding about the energies. There's going to be so much to talk about, and I'm very open to that. I'm also feeling into, like I said, a lot of collective community connection, and I'm really hoping to get better at that and maintaining that so that I can grow and be more intentional about what I'm doing. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I think that that's all that I have. That's all that I want to give now, because I think that, yeah, there's going to be a lot going into the year. That feels introductory. I also wanted to mention that if you still feel there are any loose ends that you left behind, specifically in December 2025's work, you still have this window to be able to clean everything up, so to speak. Literally clean as well. I feel it's so important to maintain cleanliness as far as you can on yourself, in your space. Very important. Don't let the dirt get too far, and the clutter, don't let it get too far. Yeah. Again, so much to unpack. I feel like as the days go, I'll be feeling very excited about sharing and I'll probably have more to say about what this year will bring. It is so much, but most importantly, please don't ever feel like a victim. If ever you find yourself in a dip or a low, whatever, reach out to an Aries placement friend, be real, and then be real about how you feel and allow them to decide what to do. Like get them to assign an activity for you. That you can do and practice every day, and try to do it. I think that your Aries placement friends are going to be they can be very motivating. They could be a little bit abrasive, maybe defensive, but they are largely very, very motivating, inspirational. We have to stay up, we have to stay uplifted, and we have to take responsibility for our ability for doing that. We have to do it. Please don't expect anyone or anything else to make you happy. It's all up to you. Thank you so much. Please continue to take things slow. Please continue to making a ritual out of entering this year. Please take it so seriously. The energetic intention and the work that you place on how this year plays out. Yeah. Please don't give in to the darkness. And that's it, the end. Thank you, Fitz Intuition. You are all amazing as well. I'm really, really grateful to even be aware, as I've said before, of people who are, I know, as like present and as like focused, truth focused as the people I know I read for. So it is an honor. Truly, it is my pleasure. I will see you in the next live stream.